Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What the fuck?
Okay, da ist jetzt normal.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ist es jetzt ein Restart gewesen?
Ich hab keine Ahnung. Weiß auch nicht, mein Gehirn.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Hier nach oben zu einem Chef. Was soll ich runtergehen?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Weiß nicht.
Nehmen wir mal das Richtige. Sonst kommt gleich wieder irgendeine Mindfuck-Kacke, die wir nicht verstehen.
Vielleicht oder? Oh, voll cool hier oben. Das von
Boah, das sieht so richtig
Alter.
luxuriös aus, ey. Ja, pack dein Handy weg. Danke.
Boah, ich will auch so ein Büro haben, mit solchen Wänden. Ja,
Ja,
ist klar.
Stepping into his manager's
Nur die
office,
Fenster!
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Mhm. Aha, ich kann das nicht wissen.
2845.
Aber ich kann das eigentlich nicht wissen.
Du bist Profi-Hacker.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs,
No.
trying to input any, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Press twice.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Ja, so. Ich hätte auch mal gerne so ein Büro haben. Ich würde gerne wissen, wie das Büro von draußen aussieht.
So ein halber World Trade Center, einfach nur ein Büro. Und wo arbeiten Sie? Ja, da in dem Hoch. Wie viele Räume hatten das Hochhaus? 1. Und jetzt kommt Japano-Horror in das Spiel.
Das ist bestimmt wieder der Raum mit diesen ganzen Dings da.
Deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Was ist das für ein
Stanley
komisches
walked straight
Büro?
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Mit der Link gegangen sieht irgendwie gruselig aus.
Aber alles nach dem nächsten machen ist aber auch doof. Auch nicht.
Werft doch eine Münze.
Wie?
Wenn du eine Münze nimmst und die wirfst.
Ja, habe ich jetzt hier nicht auf dem Dings. Da schreibt jetzt, glaube ich, hier eine Münze. Münze. Ich will jetzt nicht ausgehen, habe ich hier eine Münze.
Dann nimm dein Handy.
Okay. Kopf, ich gewinne. Glas, ich verliere. Bong.
Meine, okay.
Geiler Raum. Alles klar.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Ach, das ist der Raum
What
wahrscheinlich.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Aber da müsste ja oben irgendwo eine Plattform sein, ne, wo wir drauf standen, oder? Ah,
Da?
Ja.
Das geht alles Sinn.
Junge, das ist so dumm irgendwie alles gebaut. Kein Mensch baut so einen Quatsch.
Okay.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay.
Ich hab 275 habe ich. 275, da. Nee, doch 275, oder? Oder 257?
247, glaube ich, oder nicht?
247?
Ich glaube, das ist 247.
Lol, jetzt ist der auch so.
Nee, das ist doch nicht 247, oder? Hatten wir
2,
Aktenschränke?
257 oder so? 257, glaube ich. Ja, 257.
Ja, das kann sein,
Ja,
ja.
257. Okay.
This mind control facility,
Irgendwie gefeuert,
it was
oder?
too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Okay.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Tschüss.
Ist ein schöner Button. Ich bin ein bisschen raus, ich verstehe das alles gerade nicht. Na gut.
Ich verstehe gar nichts mehr in dem Spiel. Anscheinend haben wir irgendwie einen Kackjob und wurden dazu gezwungen. Da fehlt noch eine 3. Kannst du sprinten? Okay, tschüss. Okay, da ist eine 5.
Da.
Ach, da ist noch ein Button.
Laber. Fehlt ein Typ auch, schade.
Laber.
Ach so, oh, Alter. Das ist echt nicht so.
Hä?
Schweben die einfach?
Ja.
Hat jemand vergessen, irgendwas zu machen mit den Texturen?
Da fehlen Wände oder so. Oder Decken oder alles.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, You didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. What all
Auf
this
dem Bildschirm
means,
sind
I barely
Knöpfe
know
mit
where to
Buchstaben,
start.
mit Zahlen.
What's that?
Zwei,
You'd
ne?
like to know where your
Ja,
co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All
Zwei,
right,
ne?
I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground,
Ja, steht
swallowing
immer ganz oben zwei.
everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make
Diese
sense of
Mehrzahl.
everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
Das ist
But
einfach
I'm
noch
sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
Ja, wir werden
I'm
aber sterben.
enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put
Ist
some
überall.
extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be
lesen
doing
nebenbei?
right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me.
Hallo.
Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
2 Sekunden, das war's.
Stanley, you're in for
Ja,
quite a
eigentlich
disappointment.
das
But here's a
gesagt.
spoiler for you.
Achso.
That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your
Das war's.
inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Aua!